Mookie Betts currently riding a 14-game hit streak in which he's hitting .333, 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 8 ribbies. He's also going up against the D-backs tonight, who he's hitting over 300 against this season. So chase or fade for me that Mookie is your top favorite priced hitter tonight. Talking top prices.
I'm fading this, and it's not because I'm against Mookie for any reason. I think it's just the dynamics of the slate. So we kind of have a weird setup tonight where even with 15 games, I think the ownership gets pretty concentrated because there's a lot of cheap pitching, and there's also a Coors game. And then there's this Dodgers game in Arizona where it's pretty clear the Dodgers are in a really advantageous spot. So I think the field pays down for pitcher for the most part and pays up for bats at Coors and pays up for bats for the Dodgers. And I think that leaves one guy in particular that I like just way more, who I want to prioritize over Mookie Betts, and that's the likely AL MVP, Shohei Otani, who I've been touting a lot lately. He hasn't been quite as good in recent games, but he's going to be facing who I think could be the highest owned pitcher on the slate in Logan Gilbert. And even if he wasn't, I think that Otani is maybe the best fantasy hitter in the league right now with the struggles that Fernando Tatis has had, just the combination of speed and power that Mookie doesn't really have. I mean, Mookie is a good power hitter. He can steal some bases, but Otani is better in both areas. And when we're talking fantasy points, those are really the things that matter the most. So I like Otani a lot, and then you get the added bonus that he's facing Gilbert, who could top 30% in some of these tournaments. So it's not that I don't like Mookie. I think he's playable for sure. I think he is one of the better pay-up options, but I just like Otani better.
Steve, chase or fade Mookie as your favorite top price hitter tonight.
Yeah, so Mookie is in the midst of that hitting streak, but in that hitting streak, he's only averaged over 10 DraftKings fantasy points 5 times. He's just hitting a lot of singles, not really doing much during that hitting streak. So while he is giving you points, he still almost feels overpriced because he's just not getting the overall production. I like Brandon Belt tonight at Coors Field going up against Peter Lambert, who's making his first start in the majors since 2019. Went on a rehab assignment, made 7 starts, wasn't exactly impressive in any of them. But Brandon Belt, this is not somebody you usually look at for production on a normal basis, but he has been smashing, specifically in the month of September and against righties. Against righties on the year, he's averaging 10 DraftKings fantasy points. Like, this dude is just consistently putting up double-digit fantasy points. Obviously, you like being in Coors Field, where the over is not hitting much at all. It's like 45% on the year, but the Giants are in such a great spot against this pitching staff, against this putrid bullpen. So at 5,300, he's somebody that I would likely see be able to reach value on his salary over a more expensive Mookie Betts, who really is just kind of bad-bipping pitchers to death at this point.